Good morning, viewers. Welcome to the Forgotten Page channel. Today's topic is the Wall of Benin, the world's largest earthwork destroyed by empire. Let's check some of the pictures. This is an example of the Wall of Benin. Then this one also. This is an example of the Wall of Benin. And then this one also. This is the Wall of Benin that is still standing till today. Some of the artwork that was destroyed. Most people have heard of the Great Wall of China. Many know about the pyramids of Egypt, but very few have heard of a colossal engineering achievement that once stretched across an African kingdom, a network of walls and moat so vast that some historians consider it the largest earthwork construction project ever undertaken before the modern age. These were the walls of Benin, built over centuries by the people of the Kingdom of Benin in present-day Nigeria. They protected one of Africa's most sophisticated civilizations. At their peak, they stretched from thousands of kilometers and surrounded hundreds of communities. Yet today, most of these magnificent structures have vanished. Their destruction is one of the greatest lost stories in the world history. A kingdom unlike any other. The Kingdom of Benin emerged around the 11th century in what is now southern Nigeria. Over time, it grew into one of the most powerful states in West Africa. Its capital, Benin City, astonished foreign visitors. European traders who arrived in the 15th century and 16th centuries described broad streets, impressive palaces, organized neighborhoods, and a highly efficient government. The kingdom was ruled by the Oba, a powerful monarch whose authority extended across vast territories. But Benin's greatest achievement was not its palace or wealth. It was the enormous defensive system surrounding the kingdom. Let's check some of the structure again and see how it was then. The structure, the photo of the Kingdom of Benin. The largest earthwork on earth. The walls of Benin were not a single wall like Great China Wall. Instead, they form an immense network of moat and embankment, trenches, and ramparts. Workers dug deep ditches and piled the excavated mud earth into towering walls beside them. Over centuries, these defenses expanded outward, linking villages, towns, and important routes throughout the kingdom. Modern estimates suggest that the combined earthwork stretched for more than 116,000 kilometers, that's 10,000 miles. To understand the scale that farther, to understand the scale, that's farther than the distance from Lagos to New York and back again. Some researchers estimate that constructing the wall requires more earth movement than the Great Pyramids of Giza and many other ancient monuments combined. This extraordinary project was accomplished without modern machineries. Everything was built using human labor, simple tools, and remarkable engineering knowledge passed down through generations. A city that amazed Europeans. When Portuguese explorers first encountered Benin, they expected a primitive settlement. Instead, they found one of the most organized cities they have ever seen. Travelers describe streets that stretched for miles in straight line. The roads were reportedly wider and cleaner than many streets in European cities of the same era. The royal palaces covered a vast area filled with courtyards, ceremonial spaces, and magnificent artwork. Benin artisans became famous for producing intricate bronze sculptures, ivory carving, and metal work of astonishing quality. Many of these masterpieces survived today and are known collectively as the Benin bronzes. The walls serve not only as military defenses but also as symbol of kingdom's power, wealth, and unity. Some of the artwork of Benin. Some of the artwork of Benin. These are some of the artwork that came out of Benin. This was how the kingdom was very organized. Why build such a massive wall? The walls protected the kingdom from invasion and raids. They controlled trade routes and helped organize the growing population. The moats created difficult obstacles for enemies, while the elevated earthwork provided defenders with strategic advantage. But the wall also represented something deeper. They demonstrated the ability of the Benin people to coordinate labor on a massive scale. Generations of workers contributed to a project that outlived them all. Each section reflected a society capable of long term planning, strong leadership, and sophisticated engineering. The British invasion of 1897. Everything changed in 1897. A British military force launched what became known as the Benin Expedition. The campaign ended with the capture of Benin City. The royal palace was burned. Thousands of artwork were seized and carried away to museums and private collections across Europe and North America. The city itself suffered immense destruction. Let's check some of the colonial masters that attacked the kingdom of Benin. Some of the colonial masters. And then this was the city that was attacked. So organized. And then the colonial masters that came and then did the damage. to a kingdom so organized. These are the network. The disappearance of a wonder. In the years that followed, large sections of the wall of Benin were dismantled, moats were filled in, earth embankments were leveled, roads, buildings, and later urban expansion gradually erased many sections of the ancient defenses. Unlike stone monuments, earthwork are vulnerable. Once neglected or destroyed, they can disappear surprisingly quickly. As a result, one of the humanity's greatest engineering achievements slowly faded from the landscape. Today, only fragments remains. Many Nigerians pass near surviving sections without realizing they are looking at the remains of what was once the world's largest earthwork system. Let's check some of the remains of the Kingdom of Benin. This is the remains of the moat that was built. This one also. This is the surviving section of the wall, the largest wall. And then these are the archaeologists digging to find things. Some of the sections, some of the moat that was dug as defense in the ancient time. A legacy that refused to die. Although much of the physical structure has vanished, the legacy of the Wall of Benin survives. They stand as evidence of African innovation, engineering, and statecraft long before colonial rule. They remain they remind us that some of history's greatest achievements have been overlooked, not because they lack importance, but because they were forgotten, ignored, or destroyed. The story of the Wall of Benin is not simply about a lost monument, it is about a civilization that built one of the largest construction projects in human history, created a thriving urban culture, and left a legacy that still challenged old assumptions about Africa's past. The walls may be gone, but their story remains an extraordinary testament to the ingenuity of the Kingdom of Benin and one of the greatest wonders the world almost forgot. Thank you. Subscribe, turn on the notification. Thank you.